You know, organization meeting was the same date last year.
Yeah.
All right, welcome everyone to the organizational meeting, of Miami Township Board of Trustees for 2026. Rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Roll call, please.
Mr. Volrath?
Here.
Mr. Blanton?
Here.
And Mr. Robinson?
Here.
All right, an organizational meeting. The first up on the agenda is we accept nominations for president for the Board of Trustees for 2026. And I will make a nomination of Trustee Volrath for Miami Township Board of Trustees for 2026. I will second.
And I will, is it appropriate to address the board?
Well, we have a motion pending.
Okay.
What
I
are they
guess.
allowed to discuss?
I mean, I would.
What, Cindy?
Normally, there's a discussion period after a motion
Go
and
ahead.
second.
So as I was the last year or two, sorry I'm losing my voice a little bit, but I would nominate myself, which I'm forced to do the last couple of years. So, yeah, there will be two motions, I assume, but I'm forced to nominate that. And then I have discussions as well, or remarks as well.
All right, so we have a motion and a nomination and a motion seconded. We got a pending on the floor.
Yeah. Mr. Volrath?
Yes.
Mr. Blanton?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson?
No, and before maybe I should have just given my remarks before we did that, but, so I'd like to remind the board and remind the public that 4 years ago when I started, I was told I was a new kid on the block, and that I was told that we had a tradition of over 50 years of rotating who was the president of the board, and that every 3 years you would get an opportunity. And that the next year, I was told it was my turn in the rotation, and I was told that Trustee Jack Riniger was potentially retiring that year, and that it would be a good gesture to have him be the president. So I went, didn't say anything, voted for him to be president of the board. Then, I guess it was 2 years ago, Trustee Blanton wanted to be president for a second time in 3 years. And I asked, why are we deviating again from this 50-year tradition? And I was given no answer. So that was 2 out of the 3 years. Last year, Trustee Dan Blanton was made president of the board in consecutive years, and for the third time in 4 years. And when I asked why we were doing that, Trustee Blanton said that he wanted to start a new tradition, and that he was going to be the president for those 2 years, that I was going to be the president for the following 2 years, and that should Trustee Volrath be reelected, he would be the 2 years after that. So we would all take turns, and that this was allegedly a new tradition for everyone to have 2 consecutive year terms, two consecutive years to keep continuity. I would love to know what changed from last year to this year, to where for the 5th time I'm not going to be president, and we're going to just continue to forget about everybody given an opportunity.
Well, all I would respond with is you have to have a nomination to be president, and you don't have a nomination.
I nominated myself.
Okay, you didn't have a second.
Correct. But so it was decided by the majority of the board.
Not arguing with you.
Okay.
You gotta let me talk.
Okay.
I just let you talk.
Okay, very good.
You didn't have a nomination. I nominated trustee Borath, he seconded, we had a pending motion, and you nominated yourself, and we went through with the motion that had second. That's it.
But my question is, why for the 5th year are we deviating from
Because you
the
have to
50 year?
have a nomination to be board president, and you do not have that.
Right, and you made
That's
that
it.
nomination. You
That's it.
decided that. Why are we deciding to deviate from 50 years of tradition?
Well, it's not 50 years, we've done that for the last 4 years. We have.
Okay, leading up to the last, since I joined the board, it had always been done that way, and it's done that way in the majority of other townships that I'm aware of.
Not all of them.
I said the majority. The majority of other townships, that's how it works. And that's how it worked here for 50-plus years.
All right, well, moving on.
So there's no reason, you're just saying,
You've got to have a nomination to be board president. If you don't have a nomination, you cannot be board president.
and you're making the decision to nominate trustee Volrath. So what's the reason behind the decision to nominate?
Because I want him to be president. That's my reason.
So it's just what you want?
It's the majority of the board, Mike, by the ORC 505.01 of the Ohio Revised Code. That's the rules. You have to have a nomination to be board president,
I'm aware of the procedure. I'm asking
and that's
who's
it.
making I'm questioning the decision that's being made by the majority of this board to once again
It's
just
the-
completely ignore
It's the
50 years of
discretion
tradition.
of the board.
Sure it is.
It's the discretion of the board, and that's why there's 3 of us, not 4 of us. All right, we're moving on. Resolution 2026-01, a resolution stating the township has chosen not to procure a health plan under Ohio Revised Code 505.60 and has chosen instead, excuse me, I think we need to switch seats. I think you're over here now.
Oh, that's right, because he's
Yep.
running the meeting now, yeah.
Yep, we do. You're president. And then
You can be the president for many.
Yeah, can I?
Right, he
I
can
just
sit there.
Can I sit here?
You pick the middle,
All right, you can smack your leg on this.
And while we're doing that,
and then you run the meeting.
Trustee Volrath, may I ask, do you have any comments or thoughts? And if you don't, that's fine, but I'm just asking if you have any.
I really don't have any. You don't want to let the thoughts
No.
out. All right, so we'll move to Resolution 2026-01, a resolution stating the township has chosen not to procure a health plan under ORC 505.60 and has chosen instead to reimburse the board for out-of-pocket premium for insurance benefits.
Did you make that a motion?
Yes, I'll make a
Trustee
motion.
Overall.
I'll make that a motion. Motion to it.
I will second it.
Okay, Mr. Blanton,
Yes.
Mr. Volrath,
Yes.
Mr. Robinson.
Yes.
All right, and then make a motion for Resolution 2026-02, resolution requesting the county auditor to make advance payments of taxes.
Second.
You moved, Tim?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. All right, Mr. Blanton,
Yes.
and Mr. Volrath,
Yes.
and Mr. Robinson.
Yes.
And you all understand about that, right? About, we're asking for the tax money up front.
I don't think it hurts if you give a cliff
Okay,
notes
I do want to make sure,
explanation,
we do it every year, but,
just for the public to be aware.
yes. So if we don't do this, we don't get the money until like April.
Okay.
So we're working off January, February, March, 3 months with last year's tax money, especially with the fire levy. We're just now getting that new one. So, and to me, I want the money now. We can start getting the money next week, January, February. So we're earning interest and not the county. So that's another reason that we want to get this money in our bank.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So I just want to make sure you guys understand why we do that.
Okay.
All right, then can I get a motion to assign LCNB and Star Ohio as the depositories for the township?
I'll make that motion.
I will second.
Okay? Mr. Blanton?
Yes.
Mr. Volrath?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
All right, and then can I get a motion to approve dues for the Ohio Township Association?
So moved. I'll make a motion to approve dues for OTA, Ohio Township Association.
Second.
Mr. Blanton?
Yes.
Mr. Volrath?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
All right, and then I get a motion to pay expenses to the conference of the Ohio Township Association and the state auditor.
So moved. Do I need to read it or not?
No.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Blanton?
Yes.
Mr. Volrath?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
Need a motion to approve appropriation and expenditure of public funds for a proper public purpose.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Blanton?
Yes.
Mr. Volrath?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
All right, then can I get a motion to approve all bonds for elected officials and employees?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Volrath?
Yes.
Mr. Blanton?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
Then can I get a motion to approve the schedule of the regular meetings of trustees to be at the third Wednesday at 6 p.m. of each month during the year 2025?
So
Six.
moved.
26?
I'm sorry, 2026, yes.
Yep.
Are we just doing the one meeting
I
then a
guess
month?
we can discuss that.
Oh, okay, so we're just approving that right now.
Right.
Yeah, so for me, it was pitched, the idea for us to add a second meeting of the month, which became the first Wednesday of the month at 3:15. And this was described to me as a working session meeting that we would try to work through various discussions on policies and things like that, with the idea that then we would adopt them at the evening meeting on the third Wednesday. I believe that this has kind of been abused in some ways because there's been several instances where we've had a third Wednesday evening meeting discussion on a topic, and it's tabled and then voted on the first Wednesday in the afternoon when very few people can attend. Most of the time they're working. It's not very convenient for folks to get here, and that's been concerning for me at least. So for me, I would propose that we move the 3:15 to 5:30 or later to where people that have 9-to-5 jobs can attend and be here and participate and be engaged and listen to what's going on and ask questions. And if we're not going to do that, then yeah, I would say we just eliminate it altogether because frankly, this afternoon meeting that I thought was just supposed to be more of discussion amongst the board to talk through things. We've taken several major votes on items that really, I think that the public should have an opportunity to be here and weigh in and be a part of. So I'm not pushing one way or the other, but I certainly don't think these 3:15 meetings are in, consistent with the way it was proposed and allow for community engagement.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I'm fine with doing away with the meeting altogether. I'm not fine with pushing it back. If we want to call a special meeting, then everything can be on the record on the third meeting. Everyone can be here. That works, and there doesn't work, doesn't matter. But so I say we just, if we can call a special meeting if we need to, we only have to post 24 hours ahead of time. So I'm all fine with doing away with it and having one meeting a month. And that third Wednesday of the month, we're here 3 hours anyway, so we might as well just roll everything into one. That's how I look at it.
Okay.
So I have a motion by Mr. Blanton for the third Wednesday. Mr. Robinson, did you second that?
Well, is that,
Just the,
We're just the third Wednesday. we're
Tim, that's
voting
what
on.
you're
Just the third.
proposing?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I will second that and encourage that even if we're calling special meetings, that we do our very best. I know sometimes you can't, but that we do our very best to do that to where the public can attend and be a part of and participate. So I know that that's not always the most convenient. I know we all have a lot going on in our lives, but I think it's important that we're transparent and accessible.
Fair.
So I second.
I would say we're always transparent and always accessible, so.
I don't know that 3:15 in the afternoon when working folks, I mean, that's not very convenient.
Can we take a vote?
We've taken some big votes.
Mr. Blanton?
Yes.
Mr. Volrath?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
All right, and then need a motion to approve liaisons for the board presented by Mr. Brett. And there's an attached department here. Do you want me to read through those, Mr. Brett? or-
Yeah, I think it would be good to read it into the record. It's actually the same as last year, so there's no changes unless you gentlemen would like to change something up.
Okay, so the 2026 department liaisons for the administration office, Mr. Robeson, beautification committee, Mr. Blanton, events, and the community center, Mr. Robeson, fire and EMS will be myself, parks, Mr. Blanton, roads and maintenance, Mr. Blanton, land use planning, Mr. Robeson, senior center, Mr. Blanton, economic development and special projects, Mr. Robeson, technology, myself, town hall, Mr. Robeson, finance, myself, and zoning and nuisance, Mr. Robeson.
I'll move to approve the liaisons for the board presented by Mr. Brett, read into the record by President Trustee Volrath.
I will second because I've been told that the rest of the board wants to keep it the way it has been and keep consistency. I think it would be a good idea to switch this up so that there's different eyes and different an opportunity to take a look at different departments. But I understand that that's not the board's preference, so I will second.
Mr. Blanton?
Yes.
Mr. Volrath?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
All right, then back to there's no old business, Mr. Brett, correct?
No.
And then new business, we have the approval of hiring Adam Chappelle as the fire captain in the fire district. So do you want to kind of walk through that piece?
Yeah, let me see if I can find his bio real quick.
And can you let everyone know kind of how we got here?
Yeah, so this process started when one of our existing captains came to the chief and said that he would like to step back to being a lieutenant, that he felt like it would be better for him in his career move. So with him moving back, it opened a position for captain, and since we had decided to allow outside folks to transfer in, we advertised for that. We had a group of fire chiefs from Butler and Morgan County conduct the interviews so that they were at arm's length and everybody had a shot at it. And after their interviews, Adam Chappelle was the recommended person, and
Is this full-time, part-time?
full-time. And here's a short bio on Adam. He grew up in Green Township, graduated from Oak Hills. In his early career, he worked full-time at Delhi during the early parts of his career before moving to Liberty Township, where he served as a lieutenant and EMS training officer. Adam has family ties to Miami Township and professional leadership experience with both Great Oaks and Butler Tech in fire and EMS training and education. He holds a degree in fire science leadership and has completed countless fire officer classes, in addition to being one of 16 instructors in the state of Ohio who were initially qualified to teach all industrial disciplines. He serves on the Southwest Ohio Protocol Committee and is chair of the Butler County EMS Council. He is an internationally recognized arson investigator and has served as the Fire Rescue Academy Program Coordinator for Great Oaks Fire and EMS Program. He has he brings 17 years of experience, and the chief feels he will do a phenomenal job as our training captain.
Good deal.
All right, I will make a motion for the approval of hiring Adam Chappelle as fire captain.
And I will second it.
Mr. Blanton?
Yes.
Mr. Volrath?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
So, and I do have one other thing to add to the agenda. This actually came up about 11:30 this afternoon, or this morning. As you know, part of the United Dairy Farmer reconfiguration includes the relocation of the Metropolitan Sewer District sanitary sewer from the lines that are on our property and their property that service places down the street. They're going to move that service line up to Bridgetown Road and then run down Bridgetown Road for those services. While they're doing that, it seemed like a perfect time for us to shoot a line underneath Bridgetown Road. Would be a gravity line, and put a manhole on the other side so the sewer would be available for future development there. MSD does not have that on their list. They don't have the money to do it right now. We could do that out of TIF funds. And what I would like to have permission to do tonight is just to have Baron Becker, because they're the ones doing the sewer for James Landing. Have Baron Becker do a design, get us a cost estimate for that, and then we can make a decision if that's a good use of TIP funds or not. I don't have an estimate for Mark on the cost to do that design work, but I would think it would be under $10,000 easily.
Yeah, I think until we know exactly what this costs, like, I'm okay with getting the design stuff.
And I believe I can have that, I'm speaking for him, but I believe we can have that by the January 21st meeting. That way you guys have time to think about whether you want to do that. I do think the opportunity, while the hole's open and they're putting that manhole in, they could have that lateral receptor cast in the manhole. And while the hole's open, it would never be cheaper to get it under the road.
I'm supportive of it. I think that this is exactly the kind of use that it's intended to be for, is kind of infrastructure. And so I think that would be a great idea. Mr. Brett?
Have we looked to see if MSD doesn't have money? Have we looked to see any grants through the state or anything? Have we looked at that? Because it's only going to benefit the parcels across the street at the cost of the township using TIF money is what it's going to do. So I would like to see if because this is the first I've heard of it. So we need to look for if there's grants available or not, if there's grants available through MSD or through the state, and or the gentleman owns the 3 parcels that you mentioned.
So, well, I can tell you that first this was, originally the sewer work wasn't going to happen till summer. And in their designs, they've decided to do a different grading place on the back. They've actually found some bad soil. So they're going to change their grading plan. They may even come to us for some area to help with that. But that's still up in the air. So instead of it being this summer and us having time to work on this, the opportunity is availing itself now. So we would not have time to apply for grant money or anything for this.
We could still apply for it.
We couldn't.
If there's any available, whether we receive it or not, or we could get reimbursed.
With the time frame they described to me this morning, they're looking at running that sewer line next month. So I don't feel like we could get a grant application and get it processed, and even if we didn't receive the money or if it was a reimbursement grant, OPWC, OWDA would be the places that would most likely provide funding for that, and those would be at place.
Have we checked?
No, I'm glad to do that, but I'm just warning you that I don't think we could do it in time, that we could receive it.
It's $75,000. I think it's worth to at least look at it.
I'd be glad to do that.
I think that I'm okay with Baron Becker, but we don't have a price on that either.
Yeah, I'm good with, you know, and I will probably make that I'll make that a motion that we move forward, we get Baron Becker to do the design and engineering piece here, and then figure out what we're in cost-wise. And in the next couple of weeks prior to the next meeting, maybe the three of us can chat separately with Mr. Brett and voice concerns. And
Up to, what did you say, $10,000?
Yeah, I can't imagine it would even cost that, but that would be
I
a
wouldn't
safe
think
number.
so. It's just a short distance, but
okay, I'll make that a motion, and then we'll cap it at up to 10,000.
I'll second. I think it would be good to at least know, and then we can make an informed decision.
All right. Mr. Blanton?
yes.
Mr. Volray?
Yeah.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes.
And that's all I have under new business.
Okay, public comments, any public comments? All right, any comments from the board?
So, a couple things. One, if we're going to go to one meeting a month, I think that we need to have, I don't think we should make a decision tonight, because I didn't know that's how this was going to play out, but I think we might need to have a discussion about revisiting the limits, spending limits or approvals that particularly our administrator, Mr. Brett, is authorized to do. I want to make sure that if we increase that, that those are truly in emergency situations to where there's a pipe burst, there's, God forbid, another styrene leak, something catastrophic like that, to where he can come in and that he has the ability to make a quick call to the board and do what he needs to do, but that he can do that. So perhaps that's something that we can look at and prepare for next meeting, but I think that it needs to be revisited, but my very strong caveat is that this doesn't mean that board members can just call him up and say, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want a new pitching mount, I want to do new whatever. That this is for things that are time sensitive and are critical to the operation. Next, I will say that Mr. Brett and I have had further discussions that we've been talking about now for a few months about a strategic 5-year plan. And specifically, we've been looking at the exterior of this building, which this board has discussed several times now. We were looking at, he came up with another quote or two on staining the wood beams. We're looking at painting the exterior. These are things that have been put off for the last few years, and really the whole campus up here in general. But with that, with major fire expenditures, we've talked many times about these fire trucks and how long it takes, how expensive they are, equipment. I just think this board, our township, needs to be better equipped with an idea of what we're going to do in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and kind of get a handle on our finances. So with that in mind, he and I had discussed possibly having a meeting of this board and maybe a department head or two, specifically fire, because again, there's the fire chief, because that's where a lot of our big expenditures come from, and then holding an ambassadors meeting to where we can get feedback from the public and say, hey, what does the community want to see us spending our money on? What is the priority from the community? So those are things that I'm going to pursue in the next month or two, and wanted to bring it up today so that no one is caught off guard, but hopefully the board will support that. Flock cameras, that was brought up last month, and I wanted to let everybody know that I spoke with sheriff's leadership, and they gave me a little example snip of some of the data points that they can pull together. They said, we discussed it, and we talked about possibly having a quarterly report from our liaison, Lieutenant McElroy, to where he is obviously off right now after he had shoulder surgery. I think to get him back and that we'd have that continuity with him. So if he comes back in enough time that we can do this, potentially we could do a March, June, September, December type report and have quarterly reports on the activity and the results from our flock camera. So unless anybody has strong feelings otherwise, that's what I was discussing with them and seemed like a reasonable approach that for us and for them, and that we can keep everybody apprised. And the library was brought up the last time. And I had communication with the library leadership, I'll say. And I don't know if anybody else has gotten an update on that, but I was told that they had approached Cleves since the last community meeting, and that they proposed a compromise to call the library the Miami Township / Cleves Library, or you could say Cleves / Miami Township Library, whatever, but to have both entities, both jurisdictions in the name, and that the response from Cleves was, quote, that's, quote, not in the spirit of the deal that they proposed for approving the easement. So they're telling me that as of now, unless something changes from Cleves, that and Cleves changes their position on that, that they feel like they're kind of stuck. So they have a meeting in February, mid-February, and they're going to have to approve the name so that they can move forward with construction. So I know we talked about it a little bit. I'm going to suggest that maybe we have Mr. Brett send an email or a letter to Paula, the CEO, and explain all the situations that we talked about previously, what good partners we've been, but it's, I don't get it. I mean, that's disappointing to me that we've had the Miami Township Branch Library for decades and decades, and it's been for free.
Yeah. And we pay the utilities.
Utilities, maintenance, upkeep, all kinds of things, and that they've deemed it not in the spirit of the deal to include us in the name of that branch. So I don't know if the board has other feelings, but I'm quite disappointed to hear that. And I don't know if how the residents feel, but I don't know. So.
Do you have the email address on the website that they can email?
Right, yeah, we put it on the website,
Right.
and I gave it to you.
Mm-hmm.
We put it on the website, we were supposed to put it on Facebook, I don't know if that ever happened. So, because I went to the meeting with
Right.
Cleves and the Hamilton County Library and stood up for the township and told them that everything that Mike mentioned and Cindy just mentioned, 40 years of service and upkeep on the building without a cost to the county, and $1 a year rental for the last 43 years. So that was expressed by me in an open meeting at the.
Do we know when the meeting is in February?
So
I think we all need to be there. I mean, as much as we can.
So I don't know.
I'm told it is February 10th, Tuesday, February 10th, so I can get further details, but.
Yeah, will you do that and let us all know?
That is the meeting, the date that they anticipate needing to approve the name and other details so that they can move forward with construction. So if additional residents and or elected officials or community stakeholders or business owners or whoever wants to be heard, that's kind of the drop dead date that they need to submit something, whether it's an email, a phone call, show up to the meeting, whatever the situation is, because I'm told that that's when the decision will be made. And I think that that's it. I thought there was something else, but that's all I can remember right now.
I will be brief. So I'm happy to be back for 4 more years. We're working on the park extension down at Miami Township West Park. The water line's going in on Jordan Road, which is wonderful. The park extension's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to 2026 and looking forward to serving the residents of Miami Township. So that's it.
All right. Cindy, Jim?
Yes, a couple of things. We're meeting with Finance January 19th, Monday morning. We're going to review, as you know, the operating levy will be coming up this year. We're going to discuss about putting it on in May, what type. So we'll get that to you, with us going to one meeting, which I already knew our one meeting in February was canceled because of the conference. We just have to remember if we're putting on in May, we will have to have 2 meetings to approve that by March 6th, March something. We looked it up and
It's the
beginning.
We should get a call meeting, right? We can
Yeah,
get a
yeah, I'm
special
just saying we
meeting
will
if
have
need
to, but
which we have to have to.
we'll see what the finance committee wants to, but we're meeting on the 19th to discuss that, on to renew it or increase it, or, you know, what. I know we've already discussed, and then I wish the fire department was here. I have to thank them. That was my rec. They were amazing. I already talked to Sissy. I'm gonna get them each something, but they did a great job, and I was so happy to see them. So, board, I want you guys to know that our fire department and police department, they've been working through this whole process with me, are absolutely, you know, passing a levy. People don't like to pass a fire levy, but there's just that one time you need them. That was the one time I needed them. So you guys got we have one heck of a fire department and police department.
Absolutely.
So wanted to let you guys know that.
Absolutely.
That's
I'm
all I
glad
have.
you're okay.
Oh, much better than I was last week.
Yeah, don't pat too hard.
Yeah, not this side, please.
To that point, our new fire truck is here, our new ladder truck is here, so if you want to see it, it's pretty. It's over in the bay, so yeah, walk you over if you want to see it. All right, can I get a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right. Mr. Blanton?
Yes.
Mr. Volrath?
Yes.
Mr. Robinson?
Yes.